Hi there folks, my name's NovaWing24 and this is just a little video with a bit of a discussion regarding the status of the channel, the future of the channel, and also regarding Microsoft's most recent decision regarding flight. In the background you'll be watching my little early dawn flight in a P40 over a winter Alaska. Alright folks, so let's go with the most, probably the sort of the biggest news and Microsoft's most recent decision. So sadly, a few weeks ago, Microsoft made the announcement that they are suspending or curtailing future development of Microsoft Flight, and they will be continuing to support the title, but they've stopped future development. Now, this decision, I feel, is a tragedy. It's just ridiculous. It really is. This title, Microsoft Flight, is an incredible title. It's a great experience to have. You can probably tell from my channel and from what I'm saying now that I really enjoy flight. I love it. It's a great experience to be able to fly around in. I thoroughly enjoy it far more than any other flight sim that I've ever had. Thoroughly enjoy it, and I was devastated to actually see that. When I saw the release of the information from Microsoft that they were going to be curtailing development. So yeah, I'm really not happy about it. Now I see, unfortunately, that flight seems to become the victim of circumstance, with Microsoft posting its first ever loss, a $6.2 billion loss. I understand that in the corporate world that means that decisions have to be made and things like that, but I think the decision to curtail flight is not the best move that they could have made, and my thoughts and my hopes really go with the team that have been reassigned for that. I hope that they've found other work, but I really hope that Microsoft can actually reverse its decision and actually bring back the flight team to actually finish the project that they've started. Because the sheer potential that Microsoft Flight has is absolutely, it's mind-boggling, is the potential that this title has, and the fact that the development team had a 2-year development plan for all the features and all the additional things they wanted to do with it. Really, just having the title cancelled after 6 months in market is just an abysmal decision on behalf of Microsoft, and I don't blame the flight team. The buck for that particular decision stops squarely at the executives and the corporate suits, but it's a decision I really think that they should be looking at reversing, because the potential of flight is amazing. I do want to that sort of gateways me into addressing a lot of the comments and discussions that have popped up on the various forums, so the Microsoft Flight Facebook page, the AvSim forums, and various other places around the internet. A lot of these sort of more hardcore simmers, in inverted commas, all of them all complaining and whinging about Microsoft Flight and how it supposedly betrayed the Microsoft Flight Simulator legacy. Well, guys, have you actually played Flight much? Like, that's my question. Like, yeah, sure, okay, I completely understand that Microsoft Flight Simulator upon release had majority of the world, if not all the world. It also had full virtual cockpits for all the aircraft that it had, but the experience wasn't exactly the best. It was exceedingly graphics intensive. It doesn't look as good, especially nowhere near as good as what Flight looks. Sure, it's got the full virtual cockpit, it's got all your checklists, but it doesn't have the joy and the wonder that Flight really captures. And if you're watching this video in the background, you can see some of the amazing weather and day and terrain effects that you get from Microsoft Flight, which you just don't get in Flight Simulator 10. You really just don't. And let's face it, guys, Flight Simulator 10 is the 10th in the Microsoft Flight Simulator series. series that was going for something like over 15 years. So Microsoft Flight's a new direction that Microsoft were taking by offering a gateway simulator experience. Now, what I mean by gateway is that, yeah, sure, okay, FSX has all the checklists and all the full cockpits and all the rest of it, but it's very procedure and very, let's face it, it's an exceedingly niche market. Now, Flight, on the other hand, offers a little bit of, it offers that, it absolutely, it offers for the aircraft which has the full virtual cockpit, it does offer that experience of doing your checklist, doing your buttons, pressures, doing your ILS landings and all that other fun stuff. But it also offers a lot to someone who just wants to fly and just wants to experience flying, which is out of the reach of so many people around the world. And just be able to experience that joy and wonder of flight, really, that's a big part of what the flight experience is all about. It's about enjoying flying and just the sheer amazingness that is the fact that humans in 108 years have gone from just dreaming about putting feathers on their arms and flapping their wings into the sky to actually being able to soar above the land, above the sea, and with the clouds and the birds. That's an amazing celebration. This really is. And being able to just simply jump in a cockpit or jump behind an airplane and just simply fly and enjoy terrain and just enjoy the joys of it. That's an amazing experience. It really is. So, and then following on from that, the gateway idea, and then if people find that they want to have the more realistic experience, then they can look at changing to something like X-Plane and advancing onto that, or hell, actually going on to and getting their pilot's license. I know personally for me, I'm actually not able to get a PPL, so for private pilot's license. So for me, this is a pretty good stop for me, just so I can still get the joy of the wonder of flight. And when though I know I can't actually do it in real life. So anyway, that's a slight personal story. So as I said, it is about being a gateway. So for people who do want to then move on to a more realistic experience, they can look at moving on to something like X-Plane, and actually doing all the button presses and all the rest of it. And Flight is really about, as I said, it's about the joy, it's about the relaxation. It's about flying the little airplanes, the fun things, the fun light aircraft and the warbirds and things like that. It's not about a Greyhound of the sky. It's not about that. If you want to fly Greyhounds, a Greyhound on a trunk route between LAX and LHR, then you know what? Jump in FSX, jump in X-Plane 10 and sit there for 12 hours while you actually pilot a 747 between Los Angeles and London. You know what? Go for it. No one's stopping you doing that. But if you just want to have the thrill and the fun of flying around, you know what? Go with Microsoft Flight. A lot of other comparisons that have been made of FSX, is so much better. But if you have a look at the flight model of Flight, the flight model, the weather model, the terrain modeling, it's incredibly superior to FSX. It's absolutely light years ahead. Absolutely light years ahead. So this is definitely very much a better experience overall. And quite frankly, guys, for all those flight haters out there, if you don't like it, stop playing it. Or most of some of you probably haven't even played it at all. And if you don't like it, don't play it, and just stop whinging. God, go back and play FSX, really. It's just, God. Whatever happened to apathy, really? Whatever happened to apathy? If you don't like something, then just don't buy it. It's really not that hard. But for me, as I said, I thoroughly enjoy it. It is an amazing experience, and the decision for Microsoft to can it was absolutely heartbreaking for me, and very, very sad to see. I do want to also answer another big thing that the FSX betrayal comments that usually come back are, it's missing things like air traffic control or all your NDBs and all your other shiny things that apparently the FSX and X-Plane do apparently so well. Well, guys, if you actually look, they're actually all in there. Their air traffic control frequencies are in there, your non-directional beacons, they're all in there, everything's there. So that would suggest that part of the flight team's development plan was to actually bring all those features in, if flight is given the chance to actually develop them and finish developing and go through its actual plan. So I really think that it's a crying shame that the suits have made the decision to curtail Microsoft Flight, and I think it's up to us as a community to actually show our support of Microsoft Flight and to actually get Microsoft to reverse this crazy decision and actually bring back the title, get it under full development. Now, to that end, I know there is a Facebook page that has actually started with the aim of actually bringing back the flight team and bringing back flight to development to get it to realise its full potential that has been demonstrated in this initial first 6 months that it's been out, and I strongly endorse it. I really do encourage everyone who enjoys or even has a passing interest in this game, check out the page, register your support, speak up as a community, because I really strongly believe that if we as a community can actually unite and actually show Microsoft that, hey look guys, we really enjoy Flight, we love what had been done so far, we want you to finish what you started, because there is such a huge potential to finish this and all the exciting things that we could get out of this game, out of this title. Really guys, just jump onto the site. I'll put the link in the description at the end of the video here, but if you go to facebook.com/save MSS, facebook.com/save MS Flight, I don't know if I can talk today, and register your support there, like the page, and together as a community I believe that we will actually be able to unite together and actually get Microsoft to reverse this decision, as long as we can show that we as a community do support them. So that's my plug for today guys. Definitely get on board if you're passionate about Flight, or as I said, even if you have a passing interest in Flight, definitely register your support there and show your support there. Alright, that's my little rant done for today. Now I just want to go on to a couple of things about the channel. So despite Microsoft's decision, I will be continuing with the channel. I love this game, I love this title, I still fly a lot, so I will be continuing on with the channel. I do apologise for the lack of updates recently. That's been due to some fairly significant, fairly major changes in my professional life, so it's been resulting in me not being able to focus as much on content as I wanted to. So I will hopefully be resuming regular content updates within the next sort of week or two. So I do apologise to everyone for not having any more recent updates, and I do thank you for your patience, and I will be continuing on with my series, my little gold challenge tutorial video challenge series. I will be continuing on with that, completing that, as well as just doing some more videos of a bit of fun times. I'm trying to find a suitable place in Alaska to actually do a Hearts of the City 2. So if you haven't checked that video out yet, guys, really just check it out. It's a lot of fun you can have in Oahu, so I definitely suggest that you check that out. Alright guys, that's me done. I wish you all safe flying and happy landings, and I look forward to seeing you all in the skies again very, very soon. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know through the channel, or otherwise you can always find me on Flight through Xbox Live. So gamertag is NovaWing24. So once again folks, look after yourselves, stay safe, happy landings, and see you all in the sky soon.